Okay, so hello again, and today I've already done Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, and let's do a bit of a retrospective on Ghosts and what that meant to the Wii U and the Nintendo community as a whole when it came to Call of Duty. Now, there's a lot of things that apply to Ghosts the same way as Black Ops 2 with like this assimilation between Wii U software and hardware and the PS3 360 consoles. But as a whole, like the Wii U was shaping out to be a bit of a failure of a console, and a lot of people were jumping ship to the upcoming generation because hardware-wise, the Wii U was coming in and it was like on par, if like slightly better, but like relatively on par to the PS3 360. But that generation was just ending, so the Wii U had just caught up. So people were starting to move on to better consoles, frankly. I personally chose a PS4, and I ended up selling both Ghosts and my entire Wii U collection 3 months after Ghosts came out, once I ended up getting a PS4. And yeah, like I said, there's no reason to keep it considering Black Ops 2 kind of applies here too. Uh, and I will stand by the belief that, again, the launch version of the Wii U uh, was the best version of Ghosts at launch. But that's because of just those little fun things that the Wii U provided with the second tablet. There wasn't really much by terms of post launch support or anything like that. Now, the differences overall, they were irrelevant enough for me to switch to the full experience with the post-launch support and the DLC and all that kind of stuff. And the community had moved on as well. Nintendo Cards had lost most of their uniqueness and their charm, even though they had like a lot less content. I felt like part of the reason why we kind of gathered around the Nintendo Call of Duties, at least, well, I should say the ones for the Wii, was because like there is that charm of like the worse graphics and the significantly less content, and there's just that smaller, close knit community. But it wasn't the same. And Ghosts, like overall, wasn't a very well received game. I'm sure that if you were to poll like every single Call of Duty player who played, let's say, from COD 4 every year till now, I feel like Ghosts would be one of the more popular ones that would be in the bottom three, maybe, for most people. And it's just the crazy thing is, so I'm recording this audio before I find the gameplay. I'll be honest with you there. I don't even know if I've recorded any gameplay for this game, which is kind of crazy because obviously I used to do Call of Duty YouTube, but I don't even remember if I did any Ghosts gameplay because, like I said, I wasn't a fan of that game. When you're not a fan of the game, sometimes you lose a bit of passion to create content for it. And I do have to say, considering the processing power of it, it would have been interesting to see if Advanced Warfare ever did come to the console. I would imagine that it didn't because if after this, go look up footage of Advanced Warfare on the PS3 and 360. It looked rough, and that's not even counting how people give Black Ops 3 on those consoles shit all the time, which makes sense. But Advanced Warfare is pretty bad looking too. But I feel like sales must have been like way too low for them to even consider bringing it to the Wii U. Uh, and I know that Sledgehammer, they had an engine designed specifically for next gen. I feel like that might have been a bit of an issue here. But if you really need proof as to what even Activision thought of the Wii U Call of Duties, I feel like the Wii servers, they were on Activision's own servers. They stayed up for a very long time after the closure of Nintendo services on the Wii as a whole, like the Wi-Fi services. And like I said, because they ran on Activision servers, and the Wii U server shut like immediately after Nintendo shut all services for the Wii U. And I think that kind of says everything that is to say about that. Now, it is coming back to Nintendo with Modern Warfare 4, so we'll see how that does, but COD content died down a lot since then as a whole, so it would be interesting to see if the Nintendo community can make a comeback. I feel like it's going to be a similar kind of thing, or it would be a similar kind of thing as like the Wii to Wii U kind of transition, but I'm curious to see how going from no Call of Duty to Call of Duty's coming back is gonna be. And I don't have Switch 2. I don't plan on getting one anytime soon. but I am going to watch and see how this uh, carries on because I'm very curious about it. So let me know, guys, in the comments. Are you going to be getting Modern Warfare 4 for the Wii? What did you think of Ghost for the Wii when you played it? Do you share my opinions? Do you look more fondly on it than potentially I do? Just let me know. I'm here, very curious to hear your guys' thoughts, and have a good day, guys.